Those early days and weeks in February and into March, as the weather thawed and the sea brightened, I want to remember how it felt. I need to know. When did it start? Was it that very first morning when you took me back to your room, saying it was too cold and damp for anyone but tars and whores to walk out? When you led me by the hand into your foggy darkness, thick with the night pot and stale bed linen? But I hung back this time, hating the closing of the door behind me. I could not breathe. I released my hand from yours and went straight to tear open the curtains and unhitch the shutters and turn down the bed. For I did not understand you. I did not like you at all. I wanted to be away. I wanted to fling the window open, to let in some morning air, to see Ramsay and its windmill and the hills beyond. It was just the tall house across the street, all dark inside. When I turned about, you were sitting quietly on a low chair by the hearth. As the chill air flowed in and the curtains swayed, I realised how forward I had been. I readied myself for more harsh words. Your expression was sceptical now and cool, your fine eyebrows slightly raised. "Well now, Lou," was all you said. It was Lou from the start, with you, wasn't it? Never Louise. You made over my name, turned Louise into Lou, without asking or pausing. New minted and yours from the start. I wasn't to know you'd never had a maid of your own before me. I thought you commanded me as you always had, and I had better watch I did right. So I made sure to do everything you asked from the very beginning. You sent me down to fetch up some of Nell's little cakes as you had not breakfasted. I took 6, still warm, and turned back to ask Nell's for a clean, warm cloth to wrap them in. "Louise, watch that," she started to say, then thought better of it. I stood as you ate, and when you let the cloth slip from your lap, I picked it up, and I picked up your crumbs from the carpet with my fingertips and threw them in the grate. You had me fetch Hannah to set a new fire in your room, and I watched her closely, for this was to be one of my tasks, to keep your fire going. I'd never set a coal fire before, never seen one before yesterday, and thought you most extravagant for having one of your very own, and for no special occasion I could tell. But how the heat came off it, how hard and bright the flames. I knew my face was reddening, and put the backs of my paddle hands to my cheeks to cool them. What with being nervous and all the toing and froing, I was as heated as a haymaker. "Let me see how you work, Lou," you said, as you tugged a low padded stool to you with one foot, and, setting both feet atop, pointed your toes at the flames. I saw then your feet were not bare at all. You wore fine white stockings, soiled about the sole, and clocked red all up as far as your knees, which I thought very daring. "Go on, set the place straight as a lady's room should be." Of course, you had no more idea than I how a lady's room should be, did you? But I did not know that no Christian, self-respecting woman, whatever her rank, would let a room fall into such disarray. The back of the spindly chair by your bed was piled high with discarded chemises. Odd slippers, trodden down at the heel, peeped from under the bed. Your table mirrors were dimmed with powder, the turkey carpet stained brown where a tiny cup and saucer lay overturned between the windows, and there were gnarled old nosegays, roses and carnations, pinned drooping all over the chimney breast, a dozen at least. Petals came away as the updraft of the fire caught them. How many dances had you attended? No wonder you slept late. This family has too much than is good for it, I remember thinking often in those early days. Every time some strange-smelling package appeared on the stair or on the parlour table, half opened, then left there for days for the kitten to tear at. And there was my mother. All that she had brought to your uncle's farm was in that one box she had pressed on me. What had she got since in all these years? Perhaps a new comb or some stockings for church? Her best shawl, a parting gift against the damp Harwich air, had only been in the Handley household a few hours before it was ruined. I did not remind myself that it was I who had left it there with the butter by the fire. No, I blamed you Handleys all. It was true, what she'd always said about sea folk. It's all easy come, easy go with them.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.